Hi Year 2 students, welcome back to our numeracy lessons. My name's Ella and I am your teacher today. Now, what do we need for today? We'll need a pack of cards. We had that last lesson. And for our pack of cards, we removed the tens, the picture cards and the jokers. So we'll do that again today. We don't need these cards to help us. What we do need is a lot of cards with the digits 1 to 9, and we'll be using those again today. And of course we'll need our learning book. Lots of learnings going into our learning book. I hope you enjoyed our bin game from last lesson, that we should be able to find that in here. I wonder what the highest number you could make was. It's a good fun game. I hope you enjoyed it. To start today's lesson, let's do our number talk warm-up. And today we have the number, we're looking for the number 397. And today's number comes to us from Nada. Thanks, Nada. Let's have a quick look. Nada was asked to make or represent the number 397. I'm looking for the number 3, lots of 100, 9, lots of 10, and 7, lots of 1. Let's have a look at our options. Is it the first, the second, or the third number? I'll let you have a quick look. This one does look different, doesn't it? When I looked at my hundreds first, I noticed that this one is different to the other two. That might give you a hint. Which number is 397? Have you made your choice? Which number is Nada's number? 397. Okay, I've made my choice. Let's have a look. I can see that this is 3. This is how I sabotage. I don't need to count anymore. 1, 2, 3. I could if I wanted to check, but I can see it's a 3. 300 and, this is a lot of 5. I can see a 5 and a 2. A 5 and a 2 makes 7. 300, 7 tens, and 2, 4, 6, 8, or 4 and 4. Remember our doubles? 8. Well done. Okay, this number is 378. It's not Nada's number. I wonder what the difference between these two numbers is. How many more would I have to add or take to get to this number? Have a think about that. Let's look at our second number. This is the one I noticed that was very different because I can see that there are 400s. This is a 400. I now know it's not Nada's number, but let's keep going. A 5 and a 4. A 5 and a 4. 5 and 4, this looks like almost a 10, doesn't it? It's 1 less than 10. I can use the number 9. 490, 9 tens. How many ones? Let's have a look. I can see I've got a 4 or a 3. 4 and a 3, what does that add up to? Or I can go 2, 4, 6, and 1 more. 2, 4, 6, and 1 more makes 7. So this number is 497. What's the difference between this number and this number? I think I can see it already. If I took that out, I think we'd have the same number. Is this Nada's number? No. I hope Nada got it right. I wonder if you picked this one. Let's have a look. We have 3 hundredths. 3 hundredths. We have 5 and 4, 5 and 4, or 1 missing from our 10, 9, and we have 2, 4, 6 and 1, 7. This number is 397. So this one must be Nada's number, 397. Well done if you picked that last one. I think we're ready now for our lesson. Let's go. Okay, so today's lesson, our learning intention is to make and order 3-digit numbers. A little bit like last lesson, but this time it's a little bit trickier because this time we will have the same amount of hundreds but different tens and ones. Let me show you how we can do this. We will know that we can do this when we can order 3-digit numbers from smallest to largest. Okay, so we've got our pack of cards ready. We're going to deal out 3 different numbers. 3 different numbers. Okay, here we go. I've got an 8, a 2, and a 5. 8, 2, and 5. All right, lucky, if I did pull out the same number, I would just replace it. We need 3 different numbers for our activity today. Okay, so I have 825. 8 hundreds, 2 tens, 5 ones. This is one way I can make a 3-digit number. But today we're going to move our cards around and see how many other 3-digit numbers we can make. So let me show you 2 to start with. I have 825. I'll write that down. I have 825. And I also have, if I switch my tens and ones, I now have 852. 852. 852. Okay, here are 2 ways I can make 3-digit numbers with my cards. Now I know there's more. How many other combinations or ways can I make 3-digit numbers with just these 3 cards? Let's have a think about that. I could take my 8 and put it into my ones. I've just moved the order now so that it's not 8 hundredths, it's 8 ones. So now my number reads 528. 528. Let's have a look. Let's write that down. 528. Now I have 3 different ways to make 3-digit numbers from my 3 cards. Okay, so how did we do this one again? We could do the same here. Let's think about what our next move might be. I'm going to keep the 500, but I'm going to swap how we did last time. I'm going to swap my tens and ones. So now I have, and I read from my cards, I still have 500, but now I have 582. 8 tens, 2 ones. Okay, so now I have 4 different ways to make 3-digit numbers. But I think there's something else we could do. Okay. Let's take the 2 and pop it in the hundreds. Now I have 2 hundredths, 5 tens and 8 ones. Let's quickly write that down. I have 258. Do you think there's any more? I can see a pattern. 2 800s, 2 500s, so there must be 2 200s. Let's switch the 10s and the 1s. Fabulous! Here we go. Now I have 285. So from 3 cards, I can now make how many different 3-digit numbers? I can make 2, 4, 6 3-digit numbers. How beautiful. What I'd like you to do now is pull out 3 of your own cards and make your 3 different ways, so 6 different ways of making 3-digit numbers. Pause and have a go. Okay, how did you go? I wonder what numbers you had in front of you, and I wonder what numbers you have made from those 3. Okay, now I want to show you how I'm going to order mine from smallest to largest. And I want you to have a look at your numbers and think of these ways of doing it. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to look for is my smallest number. Now remember from last lesson, I look for the hundreds first. So what are my smallest amount of hundreds? There's a big lot of hundreds. I can think about what that looks like visually too. Lots of 800s. Here's 5s, a little bit less. And here are 2s. So it is smaller. 200s will look a lot smaller than my 500s or my 800s. So I'm looking at my 200s. But which one's smaller? Now I need to have a look at my next column, my 10s. So let's think about what 5 10s might look like. 5 10s might look like, that's what they look like, and 5 10s and 8 10s. Well, I can see it's bigger. I can see that 8 10s is bigger than 5 10s. So my smallest number will be here. Let's write that down. It's 258 is my smallest number from all of my combinations. All right, so if that's my smallest number, my next largest number will be 285. So remember, I'm going smallest to largest. Okay, smallest to largest. So I've got these 2 ticked off. Let's have a think about what's next. Looking at my hundreds, what are the next largest group of hundreds? And I know I can go to my 500s now. So my 500s, let's circle those. They are the same. So now I need to go to my 10s. Let's think about it. 2 10s or 8 10s, which is smallest? Yeah, 2 is smaller than 8. So here is my next number from smallest to largest. My next number is 500, funny old 5, and 28, followed by 582. Okay, smallest, and now we're getting larger. We'll go to the largest, and we have 2 more numbers left. So we're going to the 800s. These are the same. So I need to move to my 10s column and think about 2 lots of 10 or 5 lots of 10, which is the smallest. 2 is smaller than 5, so I'm going to pick this number next, 825. And here I am at my largest number I can choose from, which is 852. Okay, so here are my 6 3-digit numbers, and here they are from smallest all the way to the largest. And that's how I order 3-digit numbers when I have the same amount of hundreds when I'm comparing them. Okay, so you've got your numbers here for you to practice with. Have a go and make sure you've popped it in your learning book so we can do some great reflections later. Okay, let's reflect on what we've done today. We've been able to make from 3 cards 3-digit number variations or combinations. So we've been able to make different numbers moving our cards from hundreds, tens and ones. It was very clever. We've also been able to order our numbers from smallest to largest, even when we have the same hundreds. Even when we can compare those 365, 356, we can work out which one is the smallest and which one was the largest, and we've been able to practice that, so well done. Our takeaway task today is a game, and it's a great fun game. We're going to need to have our cards ready, the same ones we had for our lesson today, so we don't need to have our picture cards, our tens or our jokers. We just need to have a lovely pack of cards ready to go to play the ladder game. As you can imagine, we'll have to draw a ladder. So, ladders often have something we call rungs. This is what we stand on. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places for my numbers. Our ladder starts at 0, and we're going to work all the way up to 100. It's a little bit like 100 and bust. We don't want to go further than that today. Okay, and we're going to be working with 2-digit numbers. So let me show you how to play the game. I hope you're getting very good at shuffling. I think there's a little every day we're shuffling joke somewhere in there. Here we go. So my first 2 cards are 9 and 1. Now, I can have 9 and 1, 91, or remember, we can reorganize it, rearrange it to a 1 and a 9, 19. So I can put 19 or 91 somewhere on my ladder, but I can't move it once it's there. I like 91. It's a big number and I'm going to pop it here, 91. Remember, I can't move that anymore. There it is on my ladder. Okay, my next 2 cards are 9 and a 2. 9 and a 2. So I could put 92 or 29. Actually, I don't seem to have an option. I can't fit 92 in here because that's where it would go. 92 is between 91 and 100. Actually, it's the next number on from 91, isn't it? So I can't use 92. I'm going to have to move it around and use 29. 29. I don't know. Would 29 fit here, here, here or here? Where will I put it? I can't move it once it's in there. I think I'm going to put 29 here because I might have a number smaller than it and I might have some numbers bigger than it. So I'm going to put 29 here. Being the powerful mathematician I am, I've thought about where they might be. Okay, Wish me luck. Here come my next two numbers. They are 6 and a 3. 63, or, remember I can move it around, 36. 63 or 36. Where will that go on my ladder? Well, both of those numbers are bigger than 29, so I'm going to have to put them here or here. 63 or 36. I think I'm going to pick 36 because I know it sits just above here. 36. 36. I've got 2 spots left. Here comes the tricky part. Wish me luck. My next two numbers are 1 and 8. 1 and 8 could be 18, or if I switch it, it could be 81. Let's see where that would fit. Oh, what beautiful numbers. Both of them will fit in my rungs. But, I'm going to have to think which one should I put them in, an 18 or an 81. Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave as much space as I can in here. So I'm going to put my 18 at the bottom of my ladder. Not sure I can hear a drum roll because this is going to be very tricky, isn't it? I've got to get between 36 and 91. So what kind of numbers will I be looking for? Let's have a think. I hope some 4s or 5s or 6s or 7s come up because I might be able to place it there. Okay, and my last two cards are 1 and 5. 1 and 5. 1 and 5 make 15. That won't fit. But I will be able to use 5 and 1, 51. And 51 will fit right here. And my goodness me, I seem to have been able to make a full ladder. That's the ladder game. Don't forget, we need to draw our ladders with 100 as the top and 0 at the bottom with 5 spaces. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to put my 2-digit numbers in them. Remember, when I order my numbers from smallest to largest, I need to think about, in this case, I need to think about my 10s and where they're going to fit and how I'm going to order those. So when I have a number of 50, I might put them in the middle here. 40s, 50s, 60s, I might put them in the middle here so I can order from smallest to largest. If I have a small number, something in my teens, the teens numbers or the 20s, I might put them down here to leave some space. And when I get to my 80s and 90s, I might put them closer to my hundreds because that will help me order from smallest to largest. You might consider having a think about your 3-digit numbers as well and how they may fit in our ladder game. All right, I'd like to see lots of ladders in your learning books and I'll see you at our next lesson. Bye.